Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. This is Real Leather Certified Career Coach, and today we're going to have a real talk with a career coach. If you're a college student or a recent graduate feeling overwhelmed, aimless, or maybe like you're behind in your career journey, you are not alone. I recently got an email from a student who inspired this recording by asking, how do I know when I need help from a career coach when I don't even know what career I want or qualify for? And that hit hard for me. And so I knew I had to address this one question because it's fairly common, especially at the stage for early careers. So if you are stuck or unsure or scared, this conversation is for you. Let's talk honestly about fears, your options, and how to move forward in finding your confidence. First thing, your thoughts and feelings are completely normal. Let's break this down. You don't know your skills or talents. You may feel aimless, you may feel behind, you're afraid of rejection or having to move back home. And you're afraid that AI might take all the entry level jobs. And I hear you. And here's the truth here most students and early career professionals feel this way at some point. But the good news is realizing that you need clarity. This feeling is not failure because it's the first step to success. Because success doesn't usually just happen, it's planned. So today, let's start with planning, finding clarity. And you might be saying, I don't even know what I'm good at, or I have nothing to put on my resume, or everybody else is ahead of me. But here's what I want you to know you have skills, you have experiences, and sometimes you just need a different lens to see them. Now, years ago, I had a student who was at a loss for how to enter sports coaching, which was his chosen field. And he had just recently graduated from high school and was already at a loss as how to follow his dream. And after speaking with him, I learned that he had dreamt of being a coach since middle school. And he used to help the coaches before and after each game. He continued to volunteer throughout high school and for community games through local organizations. And as he told his story, I was seeing what he wasn't. He was already well on his way to his dream because, paid or not, he was already coaching. Because the roles were unpaid, he did not realize that the experience counted. Now, hands on experience are often more valuable than a paycheck, especially for rising professionals. Now, another student told me that she had no real work experience. But after a few questions, we realized that she had been leading club events at school, mentoring younger students, and even freelancing on social media. Now, if we were to break this down, we were looking at leadership skills, project management, and dipping into digital marketing. Now, she would just have to choose which one was her strongest interest and strongest strength and follow that. So here's the action tip for you. Start by writing down what you've done: clubs, group projects, part time jobs, even family responsibilities, because there may be transferable skills within those activities that can lead you to uncover a passion or at least get you started on your career path. Tools that you can use for this, you can find online. I prefer the one administered by the Department of Labor called ONET, ONET. You can just find that online. And you might find other similar assessments that are free as well. You don't have to pay for it. A lot of them are available for you. Strength finders or personality assessments. And of course, if you are in school, talk to your guidance counselor in high school, or if you're in college, visit your career services center. That's what we're here for. All right, so for those feeling aimless, all right, let's talk about building a for now plan. And you might be wondering, how do I prepare for a career that I don't even know yet? And how do I choose where to apply? And then what if I fail? So let's remove the pressure here. You don't have to pick the career for the rest of your life. You just have to choose a direction for now. This is for your now plan. You're planning for now and not forever. Jobs, industries, and even you will evolve. Technology, like AI, will shift what's in demand. It'll affect our economies, our industries, and of course, jobs. And so rather than trying to figure out the perfect career, start and be adaptable. We're not looking for perfection, we're looking for action. Just get started. Here you go. But what if, right? What if I choose the wrong decision? What if I have take a left turn somewhere? Well, let's say, let's look at an example here. Like one student, let's say a student accepts a sales job just for the paycheck, but a year into it, he is miserable. But that experience helped him realize that he liked working with people. He just didn't like the selling aspect of it. And then that realization helped uncover opportunities where there are roles to actually work with people without selling. Maybe a community leader, maybe and somebody that engages in fundraising, or maybe even teaching. So if a path doesn't feel right later on, it's not a failure. It's information you can use to pivot. All right, so then let's talk about additional fears that you might have. What if I get rejected? What if I never get hired? What if I have to move back home? Now, these are painful fears, but they're also just scenarios and possibilities and can be motivators for you because everyone experiences rejection. And keep in mind, it's not personal. The employer doesn't even know you. They're only assessing resumes and choosing the best fit for them. And so here's what you should do. Research before you apply so you get an understanding of what the employer is looking for, and then adjust your resume to present your matching skills. You'll increase your chances when you have a plan in place. But what about rejection, right? It's real, but consider it a redirection. Every no gets you closer to the yes, because sometimes life leads you to where you need to be and not where you want to be. So if that means moving back home, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It could be a strategic reset while you regroup and refocus. Living at home can be a strategic way to save money by enrolling at the local community college for your general education to give you time to plan for your transfer to your four-year college. And this approach can be a huge money saver and an easy on-ramp for those not quite ready to leave home. But whatever your plan is, know that you are not behind. You're strategically working your plan. No one has the same timeline, and what you see on social media is not real life. I mean, even the most popular kid in high school has to adjust to his or her environment as the new kid. Now, how do we present your talent? Especially when you don't feel like you have any. All right, so let's take a look at this. Start with your resume. Seeing oneself on resume can be eye-opening. You may be pleasantly surprised to see how much you actually know and have experience. Now, rather than going into a resume section here, I've linked my resume playlist below because a lot goes into drafting one, and I don't want you to feel daunting about that, okay? Those recordings will give you insight on what your resume should say because it is a message and how to say it, okay? And I will drop the link below. Same thing for networking. Start now. LinkedIn is a platform where you can build your network of professionals whom you can learn from. And as a rising early career professional, following industry leading companies and their recruiters and other professionals in that field can help shape the knowledge you gain about your chosen field and insight as to where it's headed. You want to be in front of the technology or the AI wave, not behind it. So, if you want to connect with established professionals, what do? Create a LinkedIn profile as a rising college senior or an early career professional. And note, you do not paste your resume into your profile, okay? And if you need an example of what a profile looks like, you can find examples of people with similar background, similar interests, similar levels on LinkedIn already. And I will link my networking playlist below to give you guidance on the importance of connecting and how to do it. All right, but if you are still in college, consider the following. Joining campus career fairs, online networking events, or especially alumni events. I cannot stress enough the importance of connecting with members of the alumni, whether it's university-wide event or associations such as fraternities and sororities. These people can help pave your way to opportunities that only they can uncover for you. Also, ask your professors or mentors for introductions. They often have great connections and they want you to be successful. And remember, you are marketable. You just need to communicate your story. All right, so let's summarize what we've just learned. Your feelings of uncertainty is normal. Your lack of clarity is fixable. And your fear of failure is understandable and can be a motivator. So, a key reminder, you are just the beginning of something great, your career, not at the end of something that you've missed. You've missed nothing, right? So take small steps. Reflect on what you enjoy and where you're succeeded. Talk to a career coach, career advisor, career counselor, whomever you have access to. We are here to help you navigate your career options. Also, stay curious, stay open, stay engaged. And remember, you're allowed to evolve. You are planning just for now. You're not planning the entire 30 years in front of you. It's okay to change. Change is expected. So every wrong turn, every detour, every failed interview, it's just all steps to shaping your journey. You're not falling behind. You're building something forward. And if this video has helped you, please like, subscribe so it can be found by those who need to hear this message. Someone like you. Who do you know that you can share this video with? A friend who needs this, maybe? Right? And if you got questions, drop them in the comments below and let's see how I can help. And until the next video, I'm cheering you on. You're doing great. You've got this.